Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV Deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, the God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first and four. Make up what I seen to make him a throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red, I. How they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, and sell it out, I sell out Babylon. They give man show one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. I. How they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, I sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You might go and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, man, throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Stibbidim dice, TV dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no keep. And some informer friend we love Lake. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek come here represent for. We in Global TV. Check it.
Good evening and welcome to Desensitization, a country where cruelty is the norm, whether it be from the police force, the government, or indeed the high and mighty, whether you're connected to the Prime Minister or not. A floodgate has been opened from this new ruling in the Constitutional Court. Another kick up Andrew's arsenal again. Serial constitutional violator is one thing that will ring loud after this Prime Minister has been thrown out of office. You know, Tyler, Constitutional Court ruling against you, sir. Good evening, everyone. Good evening and welcome. Thank you all for joining us, to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good evening and welcome. Thank you all for joining the People's Point of View this evening on Global TV, on YouTube, on TikTok. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and follow, and you know, all the support that you can give the program. Desensitization. It seems as if not much of us have heard or seen what took place in the video with the cruelty from Wayne Robert Andy whatever. Hold on, let me pull up this here. Whatsoever he's called. But to the jellyback men on the scene, Andy Bell, shame on you. To the jellyback gentlemen on the scene, shame, shame, shame on you. Shame on you. But before we look at Andrew Holness's friend Andy Bell abusing a nurse, I'm going to call Dr. Tufton then, because Dr. Tufton talk on my steppa Maka. Can you believe it? Dr. Tufton talk on me steppa Maka. So call Dr. Tufton and tell him to line up there, because I have a question to ask Dr. Tufton. I don't know if any of you heard Dr. Tufton's statement in relation to the abuse of the nurse from Andy Bell. I don't know if any of you heard Dr. Tufton's statement, but let's look at the sandals issue and or continuous beach issue in our country, and then we will move on to the Andy Bell abuse.
It was originally our beach. We were using all the beach. There was never a crowding issue at a beach. And now, through continued expansion, after expansion, we've always said what benefits Sandals benefits us. But now it is getting to the point where the greed of this organization is disenfranchising the communities. We will not give you our beaches. Look at it. Look at the size of Sandals Resort and the size on that map of what we have. All that you see, continuing onwards, we had free access. I grew up accessing all the beach. Access. And with the development of that organization, we said, yay! And we cheered you on, we participated, we helped to build, and now look what we have left. Look, that little section, that is all we have left. And you are proposing to say, oh, guess what? I'll give you 50 jobs, 50 low-level skilled jobs, and you give us your beach, which we will never give you again. The only reason that they do not deny the gentlemen in the kayak is because they cannot rule the beach. And they try their best. They can't put their foot on the sand enough. They have to stay in that little canoe and sell their wares. It is at the point now where this relationship, it is no longer a symbiotic relationship. You are becoming a parasite.
This thing is going to affect the fishing industry, right? We tell them plain, I am not approving it. Anything Sandals want, Sandals get. That's the way it goes. Whether we say yes or no, if we say no, you must get it. Even with this meeting, I am the president for the group, and I was never informed until Mr. Abla called me last night and tell me about this meeting. And a customer of mine called me and tell me about this meeting. And we have a fishing group in White House, but apparently they don't want us to come to the meeting because they don't want our voice to be heard. We always have a good relationship with Mr. Stewart from the beginning. He did break down bad. Because this don't make no sense. That is a form of disrespect.
Until this matter is settled, the community will continue to use its beach. And as was the case in some other areas, we will not allow for under any circumstance, any fencing of this property to happen. I'm making it unequivocally clear, no, that we will not, because we know what our rights are, and we will not allow for any fencing of the property to take place. People are watching it around the clock. And if there are attempts to do that, we're going to remove it because we know what will happen when it's fenced or access will be restricted until this is resolved. And we know the time it will take to resolve this. And we know that concurrently, in other instances where these things are being resolved, other things are happening that will further distance us away from having access to our beach.
I'm not sure if this assessment that looks at, moss and seagrass, I know it's very, very relevant, but I'm wondering if there's another type of assessment that is necessary to help us to determine how families and community and family life will be impacted by this project. Now, NEPA might not be the relevant agency to take on that piece of the evaluation or the assessment, but maybe we need to be partnering wider to find out which other government entities need to be brought on board to help us really begin to understand what is the impact of having this project in our community. Not just how it's going to impact our coral and our climate change and our mangroves, but how is it going to impact families? How is it going to impact children? How is it going to impact the fishermen? How is it going to impact access to fish and shrimp and all the other pieces that does not seem to be adequately captured in this assessment?
Residents around the community and around Jamaica have a beach problem, and they want to access the beach where with their returning residents, with their friends and family, neighboring community, and that's a problem. So we need to get the relevant authority that can answer the question that the community has to ask straightforward.
Intend, as per Sandals' track record of locking off sections of the coastline from the general public, if this is an exception to that or not.
Do we have a Sandals representative who is designated to speak this evening? I am not sure. This is really to look at the environmental impact assessment, and that is why Mr. Carroll is actually on stage with me. There's a young lady in the front with the microphone, but I believe...
No, there is not.
Well, that is Sandals wanting more of the beach in White House. And if Sandals get what they want, White House people really won't have beach for walk on anymore, as most Jamaicans don't have beach for walk on anymore. But let's go to the nationwide clip on this issue, and then we move on to Dr. Tufton. Because I wanted to hear Dr. Tufton.
Assaulting a nurse in Mount Airy, St. Andrew, had reportedly dragged the woman from her car and spat in her face twice before further assaulting her. The uncle of the nurse, who requested that his name be withheld, spoke with Nationwide News on Friday. He told our news center that the accused man was blocking traffic and appeared drunk when his niece was attacked. Dana Davey reports. The incident took place on Mount Friendship Road, Mount Airy, on Tuesday evening at about 7. According to the uncle, his niece, who is in her mid-30s, was on her way to work at a corporate area hospital. He says upon reaching a section of the roadway, she encountered a motorist driving recklessly ahead of her in a Mercedes-Benz.
So when she coming down, the Benz in front of her and the man a drive away in the road. So coming down now, it's like him a go in the middle of the road and out and him call like him drunk. And he stop and talk to somebody. So she said she had two hand and I said, oh, you can pull over for me because me late to work. So if you can pull over, make me pass. Me said the man get I said, who is that? Who is that? Huh? Who is that? A blow. And he come out.
The uncle says the man got out of the Benz and approached his niece as she sat in the car. He says the man spat in his niece's face before dragging her from the vehicle.
He come out and get angry and spit in her face. So she said she fling a bucket of water upon him and he spit in her face again. 2 times he spit in her face. He jar out of the vehicle and start assault her and lift her finger ground upon her back and a step in her face and back gun upon her. And the gun drop and a man take up the gun.
The uncle says the incident has left his niece traumatized.
She said, put me lick the vehicle, so him that kill me. The uncle I said, bossy, stop, you can't do the girl. So then try to hold him or nothing. Because it's the one who have the gun, you see a raffle with him to get back the gun from him. In the video. Yeah, she have ball for her shoulder and her neck. I remember saying walk in her face, you know. She get released, but she still have pain with her hand and thing. So I don't know, she got traumatized because all her foot bottom cut up because she not driving her shoes.
A report was made to the police and the man was arrested. He remains in custody this afternoon. Dana Davey for Nationwide News.
Now we're going to go straight to Dr. Tufton's statement, which I have some problem with. And let me say, before we play it, I welcome your statement, Dr. Tufton, but I do have an issue with it.
The incident that took place involving our healthcare worker must be condemned as a heinous, brutal act. And we must ensure that the law takes its course and the perpetrators or perpetrator should be punished to the full extent of the law. At this point, the health system through the University Hospital of the West Indies is providing care to our healthcare worker, and I've reached out to her relatives and will continue to offer whatever support is necessary for her full and speedy recovery. In the meantime, I urge all of us to recognize the importance of our healthcare workers, the essential nature of the service they provide, the fact that they have to be on the roads at all hours, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that we provide the support that is required of them to get to work on time and to help them to achieve the life-saving purpose for which they were trained and that they're committed to. Again, I condemn this act and hope that the consequences of those actions demonstrate in the full extent why this is unacceptable, while we continue to give support for the full recovery of our healthcare worker.
What is missing from Dr. Tufton's statement? Can you all tell? What is missing from Dr. Tufton's statement? What is missing from Dr. Tufton's statement? Can you tell? Have you identified anything? Not quite that for me, Opal's Kitchen. Can anyone identify what is missing from Dr. Tufton's statement? I'm going to play it again and try your best to identify what is missing from Dr. Tufton's statement.
The incident that took place involving our healthcare worker must be condemned as a heinous, brutal act. And we must ensure that the law takes its course and the perpetrators or perpetrator should be punished to the full extent of the law. At this point, the health system through the University Hospital of the West Indies is providing care to our healthcare worker, and I've reached out to her relatives and will continue to offer whatever support is necessary for her full and speedy recovery. In the meantime, I urge all of us to recognize the importance of our healthcare workers, the essential nature of the service they provide, the fact that they have to be on the roads at all hours, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that we provide the support that is required of them to get to work on time and to help them to achieve the life-saving purpose for which they were trained and that they're committed to. Again, I condemn this act and hope that the consequences of those actions demonstrate in the full extent why this is unacceptable, while we continue to give support for the full recovery of our healthcare worker.
Can you identify what is missing from Dr. Tufton's statement? In context to what has happened, can you identify what is missing from Dr. Tufton's statement? Because that's the part that irritates me, the missing part of Dr. Tufton's statement. No, see, spot it yet. It's quite an easy spot, you know. No, you not spot it yet. No, not the apology. No, spot the missing part in Dr. Tufton's whole statement yet. No, not the empathy. Not the empathy, no. Anybody can identify? Nowhere in Dr. Tufton's statement, Dr. Tufton make mention of violence against women. That is what irritates me. What irritates me in all of Dr. Tufton's statement in context to what has happened, Dr. Tufton makes no mention of violence against women. That mark X on the screen wouldn't have reacted like that if it was a man that was hooting him. He wouldn't have reacted like that if it was a man. So why Dr. Tufton can't see that this was violence, directed gender violence? Isn't it, Dr. Tufton? This was gender-based violence. Because if it was another man, if it was a bleach-out, cut-out face, bad, teeth looking boy, him never go do it. If it one big chang man where one punch to the ground, him never go do it. Him see a weak fence, And you know, say cow no jump over a fence where go bounce them back or electric shock them. Cow jump over a fence where go broke down before cow even jump. Him never go do it if it was a man. I guarantee you. He would not have. And Dr. Tufton have not seen that this was a gender-based violence. Dr. Tufton voice not even sound confident like him want say what he want to say. Leave that aside and try come out, come say something. But why not though, Dr. Tufton? Recognize it for exactly what it is. Gender-based violence. Violence against women. That's what it was. To the men on the scene, none of them never have nothing on a car back or no can use lick him out. Because it was an easy lick out based on his action and tirade, wasn't it? It was an easy knockout at the A's temple. None of them never have nothing. You know, in law, there are two ways you do self-defense. There's the defense of yourself and the defense of another person. You could have killed him in self-defense. The fact that he has drawn a gun, you could see that as excessive force and you could apply the same excessive force in self-defense. Bird of a feather flock together. Prime Minister, you see everything will go on social, everything will go viral, you know. Everything will go viral, you know. Haven't you seen the behavior of your friend, Prime Minister? Haven't you seen how a female have been treated in our country by one of your friends, one of the tapanarists in society? Somebody who you pose and smile with, Prime Minister. Veteran Wagwan, how are you up there in clock a morning, you do? No, never had nothing. We couldn't lick him out. We're not jelly back man because Jamaica don't have man left, you know. Jamaica don't have man left anymore at all. Because you hear them still, all when they abuse him and they still call him big man. Don't. All when him dead about to kill the woman, them still call him big man. Before one of them try and knock him out, you take the gun from the man before you dash with the gun, you make him wrestle and take it back. Desensitization. What is going to happen in Jamaica for us as a nation to become as outraged as we've seen in Ghana the other day? What will happen that will shock the psyche of the people, that makes us become outraged, like we see happen in Guyana when that little girl was murdered? There's so many different heinous crimes and cruelty and barbarity meted out to us, and we're all desensitized to all of them. Nothing shocks us anymore. This is how prevalent, this is how normal crime has become amongst us. Cruelty, brutality. Not no shock way anymore. It's just another day. It is just another day in our country when we can see these type of cruelty, these traumatic playouts in public, and you don't see the women and girls of the country get up and have a flash protest. You don't see the different women organization in the country. You don't see the different civil society organization in the country become outraged and say this is intolerable. This is a shock to the social consciousness. What will it take to shock the psyche of the Jamaican people? Because nothing no move way anymore. Nothing moves us anymore. Everything, we just sit down. I don't know what we sit down and do. If we hope for, wait for. I'm not even going to play that video tonight. You've all seen it already. And if you don't see it, you're going to have to go on TikTok. I post it on all of my TikTok channel them. So now that I have to go on TikTok, go look upon it. But nowhere in Dr. Tufton's statement, Dr. Tufton saw that there was violence meted out against women. He just spoke about the healthcare worker, She wasn't abused, Dr. Tufton, for God Almighty's sake, because she's a healthcare worker. She was abused purely because she was a woman. She was not abused, Dr. Tufton, because she's a healthcare worker. She was abused because she's a woman. If it was a man, Andy Bell would have never reacted like that. Does Andy Bell have a wife, mother, daughter, sister, cousin? I'm coming to that, Melissa. Thank you. I'll be coming to that shortly. Does Andy Bell have a mother, daughter, wife, sister, cousin? If it is that Andy Bell is drunk, drunkenness, mind you, in law, is not a defense. Christine Gilbert, welcome. How are you doing? If it is that they are saying, or Andy Bell is saying, he was drunk, drunkenness in law is not a defense. FLA, so they might investigate. What are you investigating? You must recall his firearm license with immediate effect. What is there to investigate? It was all captured on camera. Andy Bell, the pussy he is, no, not the pussy, batty hole that he is, the batty hole that Andy Bell is. Andy Bell could even tackle the woman without using his licensed firearm to intimidate. Police and soldier can get licensed firearm, but Andy Bell, the criminal, can have licensed firearm to go around intimidating females. How much women have Andy Bell done this to? How much women have Andy Bell done this to? If Andy Bell has a wife, is Andy Bell's wife an abused or battered wife? Because if a man can behave to a strange woman like this in public, I would like to see his wife irritate him at home. Miss Bell, if there's one of you. Have you ever suffered any broken arm, fractured ribs, black and blue eye, ripped out hair, or anything? Because the way Andy Bell fight Miss Bell, if there's one of you, he fight like another little girl as well. He fight. Mr. Davis, I want to agree with you, but that's quite a slippery slope. I would want to agree with you, Mr. Davis, but there's always a but. It's a very slippery slope. Because you might want to say, you might want to apply jungle justice to particular cruelty. But as everything that gets out of hand, jungle justice may be just applied by telling somebody to suck their mother, which is quite a normal thing that everybody does. And this is why things like jungle justice, even though in circumstances of Andy Bell, Jovan Ellis, and others, you would really want to apply such justice. But it's a very, very, very slippery slope, because it could get to a point where it's applied willy-nilly. So it's a slippery slope. But we have a problem. We have a problem in our country. And as I told you all, I think this morning, we have to take our security in charge. Police want kill we, high and mighty want kill we, government and a friend them want kill we. We have to protect ourselves from these people. Because he said when Andy Bell done abuse the woman, him call him police friend. With ASM get released. A man who used his licensed firearm to intimidate and seriously batter the woman, stepped in her head, flicked her over on her back. Andy Bell's licensed firearm, if not, ought to be taken off him immediately, and his firearm license revoked. You never get a firearm license to intimidate people. You get it to defend, to protect, and defend yourself. And if it is, thanks Olive Johns, if it is that Andy Bell was drunk, then they ought to suspend his driver's license as well, given the severity of the incident. They should revoke both his driver's and gun license, because he's not safe on the road based on the statement that he was driving erratically. A whole heap of charge him meant to face, but you know, say, a high and mighty and powerful people them, and them have them friend, because he say him call him police friend after him finish, after him done abuse the woman. So when him did undercook too, it was a ringing ball beating. That means that then, if him in that drunken state, he's probably somebody who is drunk like that on a regular basis. So at all time, Andy Bell is drunk. road users, and just about anybody who piss off Andy Bell is at risk. This is a dangerous man. We've seen from the video footage that this is a dangerous man. A dangerous man with two weapons, a car and a gun. A drunken man. A dangerous and drunken man with two weapons. Because we live in a country where you can buy anything. You can buy a driver's license. You can buy justice. You can buy this. You can buy that. And I don't hear a lot of the people who I expect to come out and address this thing. I don't hear from them. Jamaican for Justice, PNP Woman Organization, the Babsy Grange. Everybody's silent. Christopher Tufton spoke, but Christopher Tufton have not acknowledged that this was violence against women. Against women, because Dr. Tufton make it out that she was attacked because she's a healthcare worker. No, Dr. Tufton. She was attacked because she was a woman. Because if it was a man, he wouldn't have reacted like that. I guarantee you. He maybe would have to shot that man. The way he would be battered, he would probably end up shooting the man. And it probably wouldn't get to that because he wouldn't have the nerve or confidence to attack another man. So even though Dr. Tufton came forward to address the issue with nervousness in his voice, it is quite shameful, though, that the Minister of Health could not see it exactly. Senator Donald Scott Motley spoke about it in the Senate today. Okay, thank you, Debian. Recognize it for what it is, Dr. Tufton. Violence against women. Patrick Duncan, is it Patricia Duncan Sutherland spoke about it? You said, Renice Nicholson. Thank you for that. This is disgraceful, but listen to Dr. Tufton again. Dr. Tufton should have recognized it for what it is. Gender-based violence. Violence against women. If it was a man, Andy Bell would have not reacted like that.
The incident that took place involving our healthcare worker must be condemned as a heinous, brutal act. And we must ensure that the law takes its course and the perpetrators or perpetrator should be punished to the full extent of the law. At this point, the health system through the University Hospital of the West Indies is providing care to our healthcare worker, and I've reached out to her relatives and will continue to offer whatever support is necessary for her full and speedy recovery. In the meantime, I urge all of us to recognize the importance of our healthcare workers, the essential nature of the service they provide, the fact that they have to be on the roads at all hours, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that we provide the support that is required of them to get to work on time and to help them to achieve the life-saving purpose for which they were trained and that they're committed to. Again, I condemn this act and hope that the consequences of those actions demonstrate in the full extent why this is unacceptable, while we continue to give support for the full recovery of our healthcare worker.
As I said, I welcome Dr. Tufton's statement, but I think Dr. Tufton ought to have recognized it for what it is, which is gender-based violence and violence against women. You know, that's what it is, and that's what he should have recognized it as. That's what he should have recognized it as. And he doesn't sound confident in his voice either, as if he wants to make the statement. He sounds like he's been pushed out to really make the statement. Gramps Morgan, good evening. The people them from St. Thomas say Gramps Morgan, you know, Jamaican, if you come out of them business, you know, come from Boya, you make enough money off the map headism and the singing, you know, come from Boya, come out of the people them business and leave the people them business alone. Gramps Morgan. I saw the people them from St. Thomas say to tell you, say, come out of their business. All right? Them say them no want you in there. Them say them no know you. You're born a foreign. You live a foreign. You work a foreign. You come from a thief in imperial country. So, you know, if you come tell we about free country, make we, Gramps Morgan, will live in there. Talk about it. Come out of our business. Don't get into the election interference, Gramps Morgan. You're not Jamaican. Keep out of Jamaican politics, okay? So me hear and so me tell you. No. Mayor, what's your other call him? His people, his legal team are pushing back because, you know, they were given a deadline by the ombudsman to give a written explanation as to the legal basis of him removing the political paraphernalias of the People's National Party that he moved. And the deadline was extended. Now his lawyers are pushing back against the request from the ombudsman. Why are they doing that? Because they cannot provide a legal basis. There was no legal basis for Mayor Vernon to remove the political pamphlets, or paraphernalia rather, for the People's National Party. So because he's been asked, because he's been asked to provide a legal explanation, and him Dunce lawyer cannot provide a written explanation in law because he has no legal basis. Know what they're doing? They're pushing back on the ombudsman because, you know, say once you know go with Andrew Holness and him thieving crowd, yeah, PNP. So, you know, say, even though Andrew just chick and fix up one new galangin, maybe this a new ombudsman at PNP or a Dayton Campbell force him to do it. Now, you see, when a government, when a leader is elected, whether be the presidential style or the parliamentary democracy, when they take their oath, they swear to protect the Constitution, not to violate it, not to run raid through it, not to ignore it, but to protect it. Andrew Holness has taken that oath twice, three times. Three times he has taken that oath. But let's focus on since 2016. He has taken that oath twice. But since taking that oath, Andrew has become a serial violator of the Constitution. We've lost track of the Constitutional Court ruling against this Prime Minister. This is why we say that Andrew Holness is a dictator. Because when one comes along and want to rip up the norm or want to fix it up to benefit them, that's the behavior of a dictator. What your government ought to do is to enhance your constitution. That means any legislation that the government is advancing, it must be in line with the Constitution, as well as it must bring you better than you have, not worse than you have. And this is what Andrew Holness seeks to do with the Constitution. It is one of the reasons why the Prime Minister is in a hurry to rewrite the Constitution. It is why Marlene Malahou Fort is not asking for amendment of the Integrity Commission Act, but is asking to rewrite over the whole thing, because maybe it's because it's written by Mark Golding and them no want a Mark Golding legislation, so they want to write it over Labour style. But we have always been warning us that Andrew Holness is a dictator. Andrew Holness doesn't respect rule of law. He doesn't respect the Constitution. Andrew Holness is practicing espionage on you. Andrew Holness is spying on you. Andrew Holness him own self tell yourself him a track way. All of these things are violation of your fundamental rights. Because if he needs to secure a warrant from the courts. Now, what this ruling has done, it has opened a floodgate of lawsuits. This is what you would call a floodgate ruling. This ruling is what you would call a floodgate ruling. It opens the floodgate for tantamount of lawsuits whose ever fundamental rights were violated between 2018 to 2023 in these SOE. They have a legal case against the government for violation of their rights to liberty. At least your right to liberty. So this is a floodgate ruling that, mind you, is going to burn the taxpayer's pocket. Because everybody come forward and sue the government. It's you, the taxpayer, that will be picking up. It's us, the taxpayer, that will be picking up the bill. And we have picked up many bills for Andrew Holness. All of these constitutional cases that Andrew Holness have lost, the nation picks up the bill. And 2018 to 2023, and my God, the amount of people's rights were violated in between 2020 to 2023. So there's a lot of lawsuits coming, an awful lot. Now the government said that they're going to appeal. Let's see how it goes. That's all I can say. Your appeal is a right. An appeal is a right. They can appeal. Well, the government won an appeal the other day in the Paula Llewellyn debacle. So they may jiggified to go and do another appeal again, but an appeal is a right. Let them exercise it and see how the more senior judges rule on the issue. But as per the Constitutional Court, at the moment, Andrew Holness is in serious violation of the Constitution. And Andrew Holness have created a massive bill for the taxpayers. Because if everybody whose fundamental rights were violated over that period of 5 years, over that period of 5 years of brutality from the government, of arresting young men without charges, without legal advice, without a day in court, and all those things, there's a tantamount a lawsuit coming ahead with what our Prime Minister has done. This government has acted nothing short of disgraceful. This government has acted nothing short of disgraceful. Show me your friends, Prime Minister, and I tell you who you are. Show me your friends, and I'll tell you who you are. What man does that? What man does what Andy Bell does? Only a weak, sissified, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm lost for words to describe it. Because only barbarians and morons do what Andy Bell does. Only barbarian and morons really do what Andy Bell does. But because Andy Bell is very connected to the Jamaica Labour Party, close with Tufton, close with Holness, and all of that. So, Andy Bell can use his licensed firearm to intimidate a woman. Isn't this a coward of a man? That you come out of your car to abuse a woman, and you were so intimidated by her that you have to use your gun to intimidate her, Andy Bell? And you think that we should think that you're a man? I wonder what would be Andy Bell's behavior if there was a viral video of Andy Bell's daughter or mother receiving this treatment from just about any John Doe on the street. That's quite a weak man. That's a disturbed man. I wouldn't think this is the first time Andy Bell is behaving like this. Possibly, if not in public like now, it may be a regular occurrence for Andy Bell at home, isn't it? I did the case real, no real. I did the case. Me I flick through TikTok this evening, and I did the case. Me see him pan, you know, him find something new, you know. It look like him find something new. He might look new relevance, you know. Say he's the art of relevance. So he might look relevance. Hold on. How would this be? Can't bother with Andrew Hope Alliance story, you know. Hold on. We can't bother with Andrew Holness and the Hope Alliance story. Hold on to my peeps. You see, if we don't take our own security in control, better not go happen to it. We cannot keep asking the same criminals to give with justice. We cannot keep asking the same criminals to protect us. It's not going to happen. Did you not see Dr. Chang police bust up the people their mouth? It's a wholesale abuse in this country. And them we don't even know if them are police. We don't even sure if they want are police. This is what Jamaica people are go through on a day-to-day basis. Gunmen just pop up and mete out violence to the people at any point, and nobody don't know who they be.
Oh, yeah, stay in a keep, stay in. If not do not if Crooks don't do nothing, man come with the jail. Him take on Crooks. Him the one that take on Crooks. And I say Crooks have gone. And him man have a jill in him hand. Then the one that Andrew Wallace, rid of them. Rid of them. Why am I stop with them? We're not stop with them. And me I return the lawful response so you can stop me. And you don't have no right. First of all, before you can continue to think about take this out of me, and you have to find out who me be. Me no want know who you be. Stop me from video. Move and keep. I'm not obstruct your work. I'm on my property. I'm not obstruct your work, big man. Move and keep on moving. I'm witnessing with a bag of foolishness. There's no way you can bust a woman face. Me have video. Paris, come here. Eat again. What's the mistake again about there? Back there. Yo, watch out now. We have to right. No give it away. No give it full right. Yo, we have full right. No give it away. We have full right. Don't give it away. Yo, watch out now. Yo, next. Watch out now. Them arrest the woman because she tell them about her mother, but them return the same thing, you know. Them tell the woman about her mother too, you know. He might issue something and can't take it. Get them blood clot picture. Get them picture. Wanna take them picture. I should have my sister. I should have my sister. I'm my woman. I should have my sister, my woman. That they're telling you. That they're telling you. I should have my sister, my woman. No, I don't want to cover black face. Let me try to answer wrong bus of matter. I should have my sister, my woman. That they're telling you. She taking the blood clot picture. Yeah. Remember say when a human being. Remember say when a human being. Unana hayan, brother. You can't be female no more, dog. For what? For what? A woman's strength to not have. Woman's strength to not have. I'm not supposed to beat a phone woman every day. I'm not supposed.
Everywhere we turn Maka joke with. I be a woman chant everybody have in a Jamaica, you know. Police, gunman, businessman, friends of the Prime Minister, friends of Dr. Tufton, everybody have woman chant. Because when a man fit turn up, when they fit turn up in front of another man, them not so chang fit turn up in front of another man. Because if Andy Bell did take on a young boy last night, and the drunken Andy Bell would have come out on the bad side of things last night. The fact that Andy Bell have to draw a gun to intimidate a woman, even when Andy Bell is standing on the woman's head on the ground, it shows the level of cowardice that Andy Bell is. It shows the level of cowardice that Andy Bell is when Andy Bell can use a gun to intimidate a woman. And none of the man them dead and have nothing in them car trunk to lick out Andy Bell. Nobody. Nobody have anything in a them car trunk that could hit Andy Bell at the Ace Temple or somewhere, head side or somewhere. Just hit him somewhere. Nobody. Look like nobody don't know if you find Andy Bell. Look like nobody don't know if you find Andy Bell business. Desensitization. We have become normalized to cruelty. That even when they rape and murder our children, we stand still. Even when the Prime Minister take up people baby put in a lap for whatever intention we don't know, we still stand still. What is going to move us is the question. And when it moves us, will it be too late? What will it take to move us? And when it does, will it be too late? Thank you very much for being here with us tonight on the Global Television Group. Lovely to have your support as always. We're not going to be out here tomorrow. I have some immigration casework to prepare tomorrow, which is going to be a long day for me. So I won't be able to come out here tomorrow. I might Sunday, but definitely not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm busy. So thank you all for another week spent together. Lovely to have your support as always. Make sure you have a blessed, enjoyable, and restful weekend. And do join us right back here on possibly Sunday, if not Sunday, Monday morning. Thank you very much and have yourself an enjoyable weekend.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Rastaman throw one stone and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat. And no first and four, make up what I seen to. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. a bad feeling to awaken men. Oh, what a black baby man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to awaken men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20-odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one, big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to awaken again. Oh, what's a black big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to awaken again. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to awaken again.
Let me, before I go, play a video for you. And I would like JCF Horace Strong and Andrew Holness to tell us, why are they treating our children like this, particularly in their uniforms?
Yeah, man, give me my ticket. You can write my ticket, man. Give me my ticket, give me my ticket. And the amount of ticket I want to write to me, right there. Who are you? I'm my uncle, that officer. No, man, I can't stay for a mile and video, man. Because I have everything right there. Oh, yes, I have everything for you, my boss. I have everything for you.
Everywhere with Ton Makajukwe. Good night.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.